Welcome to Court Reacts, where we dive into the most unusual, funny, and outrageous moments caught in courtrooms. From shocking outbursts to hilarious twists, we've got it all covered. If you enjoy watching wild courtroom drama, don't forget to like the video and subscribe.
Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
For the defense?
Danielle Cranberg.
And are you Miss Villanueva?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, off the record. Excuse me, Mr. Folsom. Mr. Folsom, you're talking too loud. We're on the record. That's okay.
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, and it'd probably be best that you have a seat. You're charged with the offense of theft of property less than $2,500, 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? AL 2181212. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
You can't handle the truth!
We would ask for the court to follow the agreement. She is willing to do the probation. She is not currently employed, but she is seeking employment. She does have call center experience. She's hoping to get another work from home job at a call center and to help take care of her father, who is currently sick.
All right. So I have a question for you. You say you're taking care of your father. Is that correct?
Not really. He's actually has cancer, so he's dying of cancer already.
I'm sorry, what?
He's dying of cancer. He has stage 4 liver cancer.
When's the last time you had employment?
Last year at Speedy's Exchange. With Speedy Exchange, yes.
Doing what?
Call center, telephone representative.
All right. Why do you continue to steal?
Because I haven't been able to get a job due to my felonies, my history. But I'm still seeking for employment, ma'am.
No, this is not the first time you're stealing. I'm trying to figure out your go-to is stealing. What if everybody who didn't have a job decided to steal? So you have prior theft cases and they were all state jail felonies. So why do you continue to steal? And according to this, you've been stealing since 2014 and you just want to stop stealing. So you're stealing and you're using drugs. Why is this?
Well, the past, yes, my last that one time with this recent case that I have, but I haven't picked up a charge since 2013 for theft. I've been not since 2013 because you have this and this is from 2023. Right, that was the most recent one, yes, ma'am.
So why do you keep stealing? It's still not answering my question. I don't understand.
I was going through some personal issues at the moment with my kids.
With what?
With my kids being taken away.
Okay.
So I went to what I knew best.
But your children, were they taken away because you were using drugs?
No, ma'am, for allegations.
What allegations?
Of using drugs and basically.
All right, for using drugs. So when were they taken away from you? And who are they staying with? And you know yourself better than I know you, better than your attorney knows you. Do you really think you're going to do well at this probation? Because you had a choice to do what you needed to do and have custody of your children, and you chose to commit thefts and continue to use.
Yes, ma'am, because I didn't get my children back, but
I'm sorry, what?
yes, I do. I feel like the probation was with me, right? I will do my complete probation. I've completed probation before successfully. Again, I had a slip, you know. I'm trying to go back to that lifestyle. I'm just trying to do right, but times are hard.
And if you're drug tested today, and you will be, what is the results going to be? Tell the truth.
All the marijuana.
And what else?
marijuana.
So you're telling me when you drug tested today, you're only going to be positive for marijuana? So if I send you, we can have a drug test done. Is there anything you want to say before I send you to go do your drug test? All right, so I'm going to find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. We're going to recall this for tomorrow. She's going to do a drug test today.
You can tell her that.
I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Is there something she wants to say?
There is, Your Honor.
Oh, what would you wish to say to the court?
Yes, I can get positive for the drug.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm putting on my 10 positive for the drug advance.
And what would that be? All right, so why are you playing games with me?
For the better.
Well, no, that means you were dishonest with the court. I asked you, what would you be positive for? You said marijuana, nothing else. I told you I could send you right across the hallway to get drug tested, and you said, please do. And what else? All right. And who are you living with?
Currently, and I go with my grandmother.
And how many children does she have living with her other than you?
No.
So if probation goes out there at that house, you're going to tell me that there are not going to be any minors at that house. So who all is in the house?
So it's just myself and my husband.
I'm sorry, who?
Myself and my husband.
At your grandmother's house.
My grandmother's deceased. She she's passed away last year in December. But it's her house. We were staying there at her house. It's her property.
So I'm confused. She said she's living with her grandmother.
No, she's living at her other grandmother.
Okay.
I didn't hear that part. I just heard grandmother's house. But
So it's just you and your husband at your grandmother's house, and there are no children at that location.
Okay.
And how often is he using?
I think it isn't you.
Okay, usually when people use, the people they're with usually use.
And I think that he doesn't do, but I'm not. He doesn't do.
All right, I'm gonna place you on probation, but I'm telling you right now, probation is gonna make visits at that location. Do you understand? All right. Court is gonna sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Walmart. Sure.
So I be on TikTok and you be on court cam, you know? So when you tell defendants and you sentence defendants, how come you add the condition of not being able to work at a care facility or engaging with elders?
Oh, because to me, that's a vulnerable population. And I always ask people, honestly, if you had somebody who maybe they're in a nursing home, maybe they have dementia, maybe they have some sort of physical disability, would you want someone caring for them who, you know, is recovering, not in their sobriety or committed an aggravated robbery? I once had someone who stole a person they was caring for. They stole items out of their home. They stole the Jesus necklace that was an image of Jesus. They stole it. You would have thought that would have all home health care providers are doing background checks on anyone.
Right.
And then when you think about it, if you have someone who's charged with injury to a child, do you really want them working at a daycare? So that's why I do it, because from what my experience being a defense attorney and a prosecutor, usually home health care providers, they're not doing background checks. And for me, taking care of children, being a home health care provider, you sort of have to have a calling to do that, because when you think about it, it's a lot of work and you got to have a lot of connections. And I just think that to protect the community, people who have felony convictions shouldn't be home health care providers.